factor trinomials where the leading term is not 1 and there is no GCF. So I'm going to show you how to factor this by grouping. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find numbers that are going to multiply to give us the product of the first and the last term. So the problem says 4x squared minus 19x plus 12. We're going to look for numbers that multiply to give us 4 times 12. So they have to multiply to give us 48. They have to add to give us the middle term, which is negative 19. So you can write down all the factors of 48, 1 times 48, 2 times 24, and you can keep going until you get there. I'm going to jump straight to the numbers. It's going to be 3 and 16. 3 times 16 is 48. 3 plus 16 is positive 19, not negative 19. So I'm going to need to do negative 3 plus negative 16. That's going to give me my negative 19. Negative 3 times negative 16 also gives me my positive 48. So these are my numbers. Negative 3, negative 16. Now that I have those numbers, I'm going to rewrite the middle term. So I'm going to leave the 4x squared. I'm going to leave the plus 12. And that negative 19x, I'm now going to write as negative 3x minus 16x. And now we're going to factor by grouping. We're going to group the first two. I'm going to add, and then I'm going to group the second two terms. So in the first group, they both have an x, so x is going to be my common factor. And I'm going to end up taking it or dividing it out of both of those terms. For my second group, we're adding, and that first term is a negative, so I know I'm going to have a negative number that I'm going to be dividing. 16 and 12, the largest number that goes into both of those is 4, so I'm going to divide out a negative 4. In the first term, when we divide out the x, we're left with 4x minus 3. And if I had to guess, the second parentheses is going to be the same. Negative 16 divided by negative 4, so that gives me 4x minus 3. There you go. Super convenient. These are the same, which means it's a common factor. I take out this common factor, and what I'm left with, my leftovers, are x plus negative 4. We don't write plus minus, so we would just write it as x minus 4. And that's how you factor trinomials by grouping.